Good morning, student. Today I have teach you lesson third. और हम लोगों ने लेसन थर्ड में जहाँ से एंड किया था उसके आगे से स्टार्ट करेंगे। तो इसमें था कंपोनेंट्स ऑफ फिजिकल वेलनेस। तो फिजिकल फिटनेस कवर्स द ऑर्गेनिक फिटनेस of an individual. It is made of 5 main components, namely strength, speed, endurance, flexibility and coordination ability. Each of these has been further subdivided. Details of these are as under. First, strength, the ability of the muscles to overcome resistance is known as strength. It may also be defined as the force of a muscles or a group of muscles. It is major component of physical fitness, though its level may vary from person to person and game to game. It is further divided into the subcategories as static and dynamic strength. Strength is the power. एक प्लेयर के अंदर, एक स्टूडेंट के अंदर अगर खेलने के लिए अगर उसकी बॉडी में स्ट्रेंथ है, शक्ति है, तो वो किसी भी मेजर से मेजर गेम को खेल सकता है, उसमें अपनी प्रतिभा को दिखा सकता है। स्टैटिक स्ट्रेंथ इज द एबिलिटी ऑफ मसल्स टू एक्ट अगेंस्ट रेजिस्टेंस फ्रॉम वन पोजीशन. इट इज आल्सो नोन एज आइसोमेट्रिक स्ट्रेंथ. Static strength can be measured by dynamometer. This type of strength is not seen directly. Static strength is not usually applied in sports, but in weightlifting it is applied to phases, arm wrestling, powerlifting and pushing the wall are some other examples of static strength. तो स्टैटिक स्ट्रेंथ का हमारे खेल में कोई सीधा संबंध नहीं है, फिर भी हमारी जो बॉडी की जो रेजिस्टेंस पावर होती है उसको बढ़ाने में बहुत योगदान करती है। तो कुछ ऐसे गेम्स हैं जिनमें स्टैटिक स्ट्रेंथ की आवश्यकता पड़ती, जैसे रेसलिंग है, आर्म रेसलिंग है और पावर लिफ्टिंग है एंड पुशिंग द वॉल, दीवार पे पुश करना, और ऐसी जो एक्सरसाइजेज होती हैं उनमें ये अप्लाई होता है। अब इसका सेकंड है डायनेमिक स्ट्रेंथ. दिस टाइप ऑफ स्ट्रेंथ इज आल्सो नोन एज आइसोटोनिक स्ट्रेंथ because it is related to the movement in pull-ups and push-ups. Dynamic strength is required movement are clearly visible when someone's these dynamic strength in performing such workout. There is a diminishing tendency in dynamic strength, and after some time muscles may refuse to do work in each sports movement. Strength appears in a different form. Dynamic strength can be divided into 3 parts. तो डायनेमिक स्ट्रेंथ को हम यहाँ पर 3 पार्ट्स में डिवाइड करते हैं। फर्स्ट है मैक्सिमल स्ट्रेंथ, सेकंड है एक्सप्लोजिव स्ट्रेंथ। तो मैक्सिमल स्ट्रेंथ इट इज़ द एबिलिटी टू एक्ट अगेंस्ट मैक्सिमम रेजिस्टेंस। मैक्सिमम स्ट्रेंथ इज नॉट usually used in majority of sports. It is usually used only in sports in which very heavy resistance have to be tactic. Weightlifting, shot puts, hammer throw, discus throw, javelin throw. In other sports, maximum strength is really not very important. तो मैक्सिमल स्ट्रेंथ इसमें बहुत ज़्यादा फोर्स लगाने की ज़रूरत नहीं पड़ती, इसमें टेक्निक की बात होती है। एक्सप्लोजिव स्ट्रेंथ इट इज़ द एबिलिटी टू ओवरकम रेजिस्टेंस विथ हाई स्पीड. इट इज़ ए combination of strength and speed abilities. Explosive strength is generally used in sprint races, weightlifting, shot put, throw, long jump, high jump, triple jump and pole vault also. Endurance is ability to sustain an activity. It has also been defined as the ability to resist fatigue. Endurance is directly or indirectly of high importance in all the sports. It is usually measured by the number of repetitions. For example, the number of sit-ups an individual can complete in the minute is often used as measure the endurance of the stomach muscles. There are two types of endurance. First, short-term endurance and second one is long-term endurance. Short-term endurance is needed in sports where the actions are movement in only for short distance, a short duration, and the action or movement is intense. In football and wrestling, it is also known as anaerobic endurance. Long-term endurance is needed in sports where the action or movement is for a longer duration and the action is less intense. In long distance race and cycling, cross country race, etc., it is also called aerobic endurance. Flexibility has been defined as the range of movement of a joint. It is the ability of joints to move in a maximum range. This range of movement varies significantly from joint to joint and depends on the structure of surrounding tendons, ligaments and muscle tissues. Usually tight joints prevent smooth and efficient movement. It is helpful in learning various skills and such as backstroke in swimming. It can be measured through a flex meter. Flexibility is of two types of passive and active. So what is passive flexibility? The passive flexibility to the movements with greater amplitude with external help is known as passive flexibility. Stretching exercise with the help of partners, it is always more than action flexibility. In fact, passive flexibility is the foundation for active flexibility. Active flexibility is the ability to carry out a movement for a longer distance without external help. To do a stretch without the help of a partner. Active flexibility can further be subdivided into static flexibility and dynamic flexibility. So what is static flexibility? Static flexibility is the flexibility performance from a stationary position. It is usually required by a sports person when he remains in a static position. In diving, sitting, lying, and starting position in various sports. Dynamic flexibility. The dynamic flexibility is the flexibility performance from a wheel in motion or movement. It is needed for doing movement with greater distance when an individual it is in motion. Both the types of flexibilities are essential for a general individual and for a sports person. Flexibility can be achieved by stretching exercise. Coordinative ability. The coordinative abilities are those abilities of an individual which enable the individual to do various related activities properly as well as efficiently. It is the ability of the body to perform movement with perfection and efficiently. It is in fact the proper combination of strength, speed, endurance and flexibility during movement. Our accuracy of actions, rhythms, changing of movement, balance depends upon the coordinative ability. The helpful and graceful movement of our body are directly related to our coordinative abilities. Such type of abilities are helpful in gymnastics and diving. Coordinative abilities can be improved if we perform correct movements. Coordinative abilities are related to the central nervous system. A person possessing coordinative abilities can perform speedy and flexible movement better. Kho or offensive and defensive movement of basketball. Factor affecting fitness and wellness. Next one is factor affecting fitness and wellness. ऐसे कौन कौन से फैक्टर हैं जो वेलनेस को और फिटनेस को अफेक्ट करते हैं? तो वेरियस in the degree of physical fitness and wellness has been observed from person to person. The following factors significantly affect the physical fitness and wellness of an individual. Heredity, आनुवंशिकता. 1. Genetic factors. Heredity means passing of biological characteristics from generation to another. It plays a vital role in affecting physical fitness as it decided the structure of a person. तो फैक्टर जो अफेक्ट करते हैं हमारे फिटनेस पर, हमारे वेलनेस पर, उसमें सबसे पहला रोल जो अदा करता है वो है आनुवंशिकता या हेरिडिटी। ये हेरिडिटी के कारण बहुत सारे लोग अपनी फिटनेस एंड वेलनेस को प्राप्त नहीं कर पाते हैं। एज एंड सेक्स, फिजिकल फिटनेस एंड वेलनेस आर आल्सो रिलेटेड टू एज एंड sex. These traits can be developed easily till adulthood. However, as we grow older, these are adversely strength. More strength and endurance in comparison to women. So the selection of physical program should be according to the requirement. जो हम लोग स्पोर्ट्स का कोई भी इवेंट कराते हैं तो उसमें दो चीज़ का ध्यान दिया जाता है। उम्र को देखा जाता है और व्यक्ति की पहचान उसकी क्या है, कि वो गर्ल्स है या बॉयज है, तो वो सेक्स की मतलब उसमें लिंग में चेंज देखते हैं कि कौन कौन सा चेंज है। तो ये सारी चीज़ है। तो सबसे पहले क्या है, proper training. A scientific method or training a sports person is required to develop physical fitness and wellness. Proper training brings good adaptation and increases the ability of an individual and athlete to a great extent. To increase the performance of an athlete, a progressive and systematic overloading is required, while an unsystematic overloading can be harmful for an athlete. It may lead to deterioration in his performance. The amount of training also affects the physical fitness. If the amount of training is not up to the desired level, there will be no improvement in physical fitness. Therefore, the right amount of training is essential for getting the desired results. This amount may be increase gradually. Fourth is regularity. While undertaking a physical fitness program, regularity has to be maintained. Regular exercise enables a person to stay fit. If a person does exercise regularly, he remains physically fit and healthy. On the other things, a healthy person may become physically unfit if he does not exercise regularly, and the human body is like a machine which improves and develops with regular physical work. Efficiency decreases due to less or irregular physical work, so we must perform physical exercise daily. अब नेक्स्ट वीडियो में हम सेंड करेंगे आपको, जहाँ पर बैलेंस डाइट है, एनवायरनमेंट है, प्रॉपर कंडीशनिंग क्या है, स्टेटस ऑफ हेल्थ ऑफ कम्युनिटी, इन सब चीज़ों को हम कल पढ़ेंगे। आप लोग पूरा वीडियो देखिएगा। वीडियो देखने के बाद फिर हम आपको कुछ क्वेश्चन करेंगे और क्वेश्चन करने के बाद आपको आंसर देना है। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।